So yes, I've just come back from Poland, a rather personal trip, visiting the site of Auschwitz, which is part of my family history. So going there to, I guess, lay some ghosts to rest, which I did. It was quite a peaceful, actually, a beautiful experience, and I'm sure still processing in some way, shape or form. And pleased now to be back here and getting back to work.
Well, we love having you here. I mean, all the work that you do, I mean, it's incredible, and I just think that based upon all that incredible experience that you have shared, how have you noticed your practice evolve?
So, so there was definitely a personal and the professional element to going to this particular site where there was a lot of trauma, and along with other work in the past where I've worked in Bosnia with survivors of war, civilian survivors of war, and my work in cancer services in the NHS in London hospitals has really evolved into supporting people that are processing chronic illness and some form of trauma, ranging from stress, anxiety, depression, pain, and perhaps even end of life as well, actually, and what we might carry through from ancestors, which is clearly the element I've been working on. So it has really helped to process for myself and therefore help inform, supporting, processing, or enabling other people to process that for themselves. Because perhaps we may not realise a bad back can sometimes be a bad back.
Yeah.
Sometimes a bad back is maybe some form of emotional trauma that's being held there. So I think my practice very much has developed over the last 20 years based on my personal history and the people I have seen along the way.
Yeah. That's just extraordinary that 20 years of experience and knowledge and also this personal journey that you've been on is going to, moving forward, inform your work to that extent. And I just want to know, are there underlying principles that you see yourself working towards?
Yeah, good question. So I think maybe I've been sort of mentioned that a little bit before. So I do have, and many people will know the terms complementary medicine or alternative medicine or holistic, and all those terms mean something. So for me, work under a principle which is holistic in terms of we are body, mind and soul and emotions. We are all of these things.
Yeah.
And in fact, we are all of these things together. So we often think of mind being here in the brain and thinking, and this being the body, which is true, but in fact the body is the mind as well, and we hold experiences within our whole being. So holistic in that sense, and holistic in the sense of our environment, what we're eating, our relationship to ourselves and our others and others. And so that has also been called integrative medicine and functional medicine, and I don't know any other words to describe it really. So reductionist science that this country operates under, and other countries in the West, is fantastic and powerful for acute medicine. If some kind of, if we've been hit by a car, if we need operation, then this is all fantastic. And there are other aspects of ourselves where we might go back to having the backache that has lasted for years, or migraines, or fear, or a phobia of something, and then it's worth looking a little deeper and a little broader, I think. So perhaps drawing upon complete alternative systems of health, such as Ayurvedic medicine or traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
So I think I'm falling somewhere in between all of those.
Yeah.
Because we are more than body, we are more than bone and muscle, and there are other unseen elements and vibrational qualities to us.
Thank you. Thank that you described that so well, Jayne. I think that really
made some sort of sense.
It did. I think you've really described the sort of essence of all that you do and how you work. But I know you touched upon this, to be honest, earlier on. But I really am interested just to tie it all in as to what would you say the source of your inspiration is, or just what gets you out of bed and what inspires you in the morning?
That's a good question. A cup of coffee.
a good
cup of coffee. It's always a nice way to start the day. I guess it might sound quite cliche, but it is to ease suffering.
Yeah.
And having always grown up knowing my family was involved with the Holocaust, and how that affects you in ways you may know about and you may not know about. And my dad died when I was in my early 20s, so that had a profound effect. So I guess those really have always inspired me to want to ease pain for other people.
Yeah.
Which is quite unusual in my family. The rest of my family are doing very different work from myself. So quite where that has come from, I'm not sure. But I love my work, and I have pursued it over all these years, despite it being not the normal, particularly in this country, and a lot of stereotypical comments are often made about my work. But I'm pleased I've persisted, and to know if somebody can feel less fear, or for a moment not have pain, or actually just living a life that they enjoy, then that's pretty amazing. I do feel quite blessed actually to do the work I do, and I love what I do.
Well, you are a blessed individual, and I think you have put it so beautifully that you draw strength from your history.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
If I was to put it in a nutshell, it feels very much everything you described tells me that you draw strength from your history. And,
absolutely.
And you ease others' pain via that.
Yeah, and I think that goes to develop empathy and compassion. To have that, or particularly empathy, and to be a term often used in trauma work is an empathetic witness, and just to be alongside someone is a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
And to be heard is a very powerful thing, and to be seen, which not everybody is.
Well, Jayne, we're going to make sure that you are heard and seen.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for taking the time and just always gracing us with your lovely presence. And I just hope as many people possible can check out this video, like and share, and book in for a treatment with you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So the website is thequietway.com. And the reason The Quiet Way is quite significant actually. When I came out of the NHS, I was talking about value of teamwork and working together with other people. We all have something to offer. And so I'm just one part of a puzzle maybe for somebody. And although I'm talking quite a lot now, and I do some coaching work now, often The Quiet Way represents that unspoken connection as well.
Yeah.
And particularly, on the massage couch is as well. Sometimes we say things and we might think afterwards, why did I say that, or why didn't I say that? So to work with the unspoken is very powerful.
Yeah, and that just makes me need to check my diary, and I need to check my diary to book in. So I definitely need to do that. once we have time and space to chat.
Perfect.
Again, thanks so much. I really enjoy speaking to you, and I look forward to more in-depth conversations with you, Jayne.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for having me here at Floating Point. It is a joy to be here as well. I think that feeling is mutual.
Definitely.
And works well, I think, with the float tanks, and creates a really nice atmosphere for people to come in and take some time, actually, and just some time out and chill out, which is really important in today's very busy world. So I'm pleased to be here.
We really appreciate the fact that you love and adore our pods as much as we do. And you're right, it does work in connection with one another. So as always, people need to check out Floating Point, check out The Quiet Way, and make sure it's a love of both holistic therapies. And we hope to see you soon.